In this video, we treat an incredibly bad blister. I get angry at Craig, and
we've got a brand new crush.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
We've got a brand new crush. And you probably can't tell because it looks so similar to the last one. In this video, we're going to fix cows' feet, and I'm going to show you the features of this new crush. But first, I need to get dressed. That's no coffee. That's better. Right, off to work.
We could run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy.
yes, we do have a new crush. And it's not all that different to the old one. There's a good reason for that one though. Nope, there's a good reason for that though. We love the KVK, we genuinely do. It's made a huge difference to our lives, and I'm absolutely freezing because the window is open right now. That's better. The KVK has genuinely made a massive difference to our lives. So why change? But why change at all? Well, it's 2 years old right now, and by the time it's 4, it probably will be showing signs of wear, so I might as well change it right now, keep the money in the old one kind of thing, and freshen up. Plus, this one does have a couple of modifications, a couple of updates, and a shiny new paintwork.
And me, you and me, we don't need no one else than each other. You and me, you and me. We could run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay.
Just like that, we're at the farm. We've probably got about 50, 55, 60 cows, somewhere in about there. We're not exactly sure because this farm we come to every 4 weeks, but actually it's a 5-week break because we had Christmas, so that's a week off, and actually we went a week forward, so it's a bit longer than usual, so there's probably a few more cows. But yeah, 55 to 60 cows, probably. But first, we need to set up. So there are lots of little differences with this crush, which hopefully add up to one big difference. But like I said, fundamentally, it's just the same. And if you didn't notice, by the way, we've also got a new trailer. So things like the grinder holders here, these are different because on the last one, we were constantly chipping all of the paint off, hitting the grinder discs, and it was really frustrating because little sharp bits of metal would appear and you'd end up cutting yourself. So these now hold the grinders by their handle, whereas this is how the old one used to work. See the difference? Wait, I'll get that wheel. On the last crush, we were always struggling to put the wheels somewhere appropriate when we were traveling. So in this one, there's a good solution. Craig, back! I'm doing the
thing of wheels.
trying to do the thing, and he's doing the. So in this one, there's a good solution. They come straight off and go in here. So they can't bounce anywhere. They never did bounce out of the trailer, but it looks better when they're actually attached and can't roll around. Obviously, we're not going to trim like that though. The way you adjust the position of the front feet on this crush, believe it or not, is with the belly band. So actually lifting the cow up and down alters how the front feet sit. On the old one, we only had one of these levers on this side of the crush. So it was really frustrating when the right hand foot wasn't sitting right, because you'd either have to run all the way around the crush or shout to somebody like Craig to lift it up. Now we've got a solution. Yep, there's one on the other side of the crush. Here. Right, we as a team have pretty much finished setting up, so I'll finish this little conversation later on. Now I would wear eye protection today, I normally do, but Craig destroyed this one the other day by trying to heat it up with the blowtorch.
You seriously giving me the blame for that?
Yep.
Graham thought he could try it with a blowtorch.
To be fair, it is dry. Hoof Grip Pro doing its thing. So this block's been on at least 5 weeks, and as you can see, it's still 100% there. Almost every block that we put on now is staying in place, and that's something I'm really proud of, because obviously we developed this glue. Right, we'll trim this other back foot, and then we'll see if that one has healed.
You're just about to see the perfect demonstration of why it is so important to check every single foot on every single cow.
You see, this is why it's so important to trim all 4 feet, or at least check all 4 feet on every single cow. This cow was lame on her back left last time, which is why she's got that block on. But because of that, she's using this back. Stay still. But because of that, she's using her back right foot even more, which is why this bruising is appearing. Not that it'll be a problem now. In fact, I was just about to say it will be a problem. It's too bruised. I can't get away with that. Modelling out will have helped it. Trimming it will have helped it. But she's going to need a block just to make sure that bruising doesn't develop into an ulcer.
It's so easy to just think this cow was trimmed a few weeks ago, so we don't need to check these other feet. But usually the biggest part of the job is actually getting the cow into the crush. So once she's in there, you might as well do as much as you possibly can.
Hoof Grip Pro, our own glue, by the way, if you haven't heard me rabbit on about it enough. Sorry about that, by the way, if I keep going on about it. It's available all over the world now. Go to thehoofgp.com if you want to become a dealer in a random country that we're not in, like Zimbabwe. Yeah, go to thehoofgp.com to find out more about Hoof Grip Pro. Right, let's see if this hoof has healed or not.
So looking at the data we've got on the tablet we carry from farm to farm, I know that this cow was trimmed just 5 weeks ago, and she had a sole ulcer which was a level 3. In other words, a pretty severe problem. You can easily tell where that problem has been because of the yellow tinge the hoof horn has taken on, and that whacking great hole in the middle of her foot.
Gently, gently, softly, softly, slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. I'm not sure where that saying comes from. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey. What?
It's a story. It's a story, but I don't know what story it comes from. I know I had it in a play when I was at college one time.
You learn something new every day. Desperately want to get rid of this hole to stop muck getting trapped in it. But at the same time, desperately also don't want to go too far. Change knives so I can go up the way. It is still going slightly through to the corium. It is pretty, in fact, I was about to say it's pretty much healed. It has healed. Cool. Another success story brought to you by the Hoof GP. I love it when that happens. Seriously, like one good trim and she's totally healed. Although that is becoming a problem.
Right, time to help some more beautiful ladies.
Run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy and leave it all behind. It could be glorious, 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 glorious. It could be glorious, 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 glorious.
Right, coffee time, obviously. I need to ask you something. And this is a participation sport, by the way, not just bystanders. And yes, you just listened to that and went, yeah, he's talking to other people. I'm not, I'm talking to you specifically. New Year's resolutions. What's yours? I want to know everybody's New Year's resolution. Mine is to do more, which is a bit weird. I'm quite busy already, but I always think just do a bit more of everything and you'll get on a little bit further. But because I'm not very good at remembering my... Are they looking at me funny? Feels like they are. But because I'm not very good at remembering my words, I got a post-it note made. Kind of.
Guess where they actually get do more written?
The family show, Craig. Right, don't say anything. I would like everybody to point out in the comments what is wrong with this image.
Something on my face, isn't there? What's going on? Something on my face.
Right, if you got that right, put a little emoji of what it is in the comments.
I got a bogey or something?
We'll go with something. Put the emoji in the comments below. Yeah, so I got this written on my hand so that every time I look down, it reminds me just to do a little bit more. It's kind of been my mantra. That sounds all spacey and airy-fairy, doesn't it? But literally, like editing videos, washing my car, running, anything at all, I always think somebody else would probably give up right now because I'm completely shattered and I want to give up. So I'll just do a little bit more, and it's amazing how far it's got me. So I want to do more of that this year. So more YouTube, more Facebook, more family time, more everything. I'm just going to do more. So what is your New Year's resolution? Let me know below. So as soon as these cows are finished being trimmed, they go straight back to their beds. It's really important that these cows get straight back to the feed fence and back to their beds as quickly as possible, because if they're standing around waiting on us putting them back to their bed, all they're doing is harming their feet. Plus, they're so busy making that lovely, nutritious milk that they're so famous for. They're burning a huge amount of calories, so they need every bit of nutrition they can get, and they're desperate for it. All right, we've just got a couple of cows left. I was just filming that bit while these guys were letting the last cow out, but they say the cow in the crush has got a really sore back foot. I made that look easy. Ish. And it's this one that's sore. You can instantly tell why it's so sore. Look at that. If we look from over here, this hoof is massively overgrown compared to this inner claw, which is why there's so much weight on here and probably why the problems happened in the first place. Right, we need to get the weight away from here by reducing the size of this and increasing the size of this claw. We need to strip all of this hoof horn away and reveal what is underneath. Right, let's get at it. So here you can see me just reducing the size of that outer claw as much as I can before cleaning off the inner claw so that Kev can get this block attached. This outer claw isn't a normal claw. Well, it's normal for her, but the interior anatomy is not normal. It's not average. It's not the medium claw that you would normally find. So we need to be especially careful with it because I don't know what is on the inside. So effectively, I'm working blind. So as I work with a knife here, I'm really trying to take my time. I'm reanalyzing the foot with every single swipe of the knife. When I say I'm reanalyzing the hoof with every swipe of the knife, I'm completely serious. My opinion of the foot is literally altering every single swipe of the knife. As I press my thumb here on her sole, we can all begin to understand what a mess is hidden underneath what we can see right now. Just by looking at it, we can all tell how much this must be affecting the cow. But to put it into context, each of these cows weighs around 450 kilos or 1,000 pounds, meaning that each digit is carrying around 60 kilos or 130 pounds of weight. I can tell now that we're getting close to the corium. The hoof horn becomes more soft and supple, so I need to take even thinner slices with the knife. These slices that I'm removing aren't millimeters thick, they're fractions of millimeters. And even then, sometimes I wish they were slightly thinner. Here is obviously the problem. This is a sole ulcer, and it's one that's become complicated. The hoof itself has become inflamed, and there's definitely some kind of infection going on. This hole is effectively a blister. Imagine my hand is the cow's hoof, and my other hand is concrete. The cow's hoof doing this all day long. If you did that with your hand against concrete, you'd end up with a blister. These cows are putting their feet on the ground hundreds of thousands of times, so it only stands to reason that if we don't intervene and routine trim at the right time, then this is exactly what happens. Sometimes cows like this slip through the net. This farm is actually particularly good at making sure that they don't miss any routine trims. So this is a bit of an anomaly. I said that first time. I'm looking at the hoof horn here, and it's changing colour. You can see it's kind of greyish kind of colour. That lets me know that there's some sort of cavity underneath. It definitely lets me know at least that this hoof horn isn't fully attached. That cow in the background, by the way, that's probably annoying you all, is not the cow in the crush. I'm just going to change angles here. See the hoof horn bending out of the way and pulling it with one finger while I snip with the other. Oh, this is actually worse than I thought it was. Travelling down the hoof capsule more than I initially thought. The SAS's mission statement is adapt and overcome, and that's what we do when it comes to hoof trimming. We adapt constantly as we trim each hoof. Although I'm having to put a huge amount of pressure through this hoof just to cut these slithers away, again we're fractions of millimetres away, so one false move and it's Graham, come on, but hopefully that won't happen. Come on, yep. I think this is detached here. I get a rat ready, Craig. Actually, another layer in there. Look, it didn't look like it, but if I do this with my finger, we can clearly see it, can't we? After all of that trimming, we've uncovered an incredibly big problem, but believe it or not, fairly happy with this trim. It's trimmed away nicely. We have removed the vast majority of detached hoof horn. That block will give her huge relief from the discomfort she's been in over the last couple of weeks, and this bandage should help for the skin and hoof horn to repair nicely. And now that we've done everything we can for her, it's off back to bed for her and off to the next farm for us. With that last cow done, that is us done for today. All we need to do is actually nip along to the farm along the road, which belongs to this farm or is in partnership with this farm, give it a wash and head on home. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the Hoof GP. We'll see you again very soon. Bye.
I fall into you.